Today we're very happy to be launching the China Direct initiative between Ecobank Tanzania and the Bank of China in Zambia. This will basically simplify business between Tanzania and China and also enable increased foreign direct investment from China.
And all the investors need strong financial support from different banks. I think Ecobank is one of the leading ones in this area. We have confidence that with support from Ecobank, Chinese investors can do better here.
This is essentially going to be enabled by the fact that Ecobank has a Chinese desk here in Tanzania that is directly linked to the China Representative Office by Ecobank, which is the first of its kind in the whole of Africa. We've seen other banks like CRDB, they use the Bank of China in China, which is not an in-house bank, which now therefore increases the length of time it takes to get approvals and finalize the processes. But Ecobank has now come with a new product where even businesses are able to trade directly with the Chinese currency, the renminbi, and they can now reduce the losses involved in foreign exchange and also reduce the kind of challenges they face when they have to buy the dollar and then buy the Chinese RMB. So we're very happy about this initiative and we look forward to increased business between China and Tanzania, and we look forward to businesses even accessing good quality products and bringing them to Africa.
Ecobank Tanzania, in alliance with the Bank of China in Zambia. We'll be having a short video from our Global Account Manager in Beijing, China. Let us focus our attention to that side of the room. Welcome.
我向你们表示诚挚的问候和衷心的感谢，并期待在新的一年里，我们精诚合作，互利共赢。Ecobank 北京代表处以及 Ecobank 坦桑尼亚子行。Ecobank 集团是1985年由西非经济共同体 Ecobank 集团在非洲的34个国家都设有子银行。如此庞大的一个银行网络，扎根于非洲的银行网络，是世界上任何其他银行都无法比拟的。此外 ，Ecobank 集团在3个股票市场挂牌上市，总资产超过200亿美元，是非洲地区最具影响力的商业集团之一。在新的更是一家我们名副其实的泛非洲银行。为了更好地增进与中国企业之间的合作 ，Ecobank 于2012年得到中国银监会的正式批准，在中国的北京成立了代表处。随着代表处的成立 ，Ecobank 先后与包括中国银行等许多家商业银行建立了代理行关系、密押关系、账户关系、贸易授信额度。此外，我还要向大家介绍的是 ，Ecobank 坦桑尼亚为中国公司特别设立了中国企业中国柜台。该柜台由中国员工担任客户经理，协助中国企业在当地与银行保持顺畅的沟通。新一任的客户经理叫 Jennifer， 她已经抵达了坦桑尼亚。我想今天她就在我们的鸡尾酒会上。希望各位朋友给予 Jennifer 一如既往的支持。当然，我们北京代表处将会继续支持你们，不论你们遇到什么困难、疑惑，欢迎大家直接与我联系。北京代表 将全力以赴为中国企业在非洲排忧解难。最后，预祝本次酒会圆满成功，祝各位身体健康，祝中国企业在非洲马年行大运，马到成功。
Next, we'll have an address by Mr. Lee from the Bank of China, Zambia.
那么非常荣幸呢，能够来到这次酒会，而且要跟大家报告一下此行的目的，因为我们是从赞比亚而来，中国银行的赞比亚已经有20年的历史。赞比亚中国银行是中国的中资机构应该中资的银行机构在整个非洲大陆第一家开设的这么一家分行。同时呢，目前它的资本金达到1亿美元，也是目前最大的一家在非的中资机构。作为我们作为一块中资银行来讲，我们正在响应中央的号召，延伸我们的金融服务。随着产业资本的走出，也把我们的金融服务延伸到坦桑尼亚。那么这次在此行之前今天晚上晚会之前呢，我们已经拜会了林参赞，拜会了吕大使，同时也跟我们很多的这个中资企业的朋友见了面，也跟我们这边的银行合作伙伴进行了一个非常友好的会谈，以期通过加强我们之间的合作，为这边的中资企业客户提供更好的服务。中国银行与 Ecobank 在总行层面有着非常源远流长的这么一个友好合作关系，情谊是很深厚的。2010年，中国银行在非洲地区第一家的中国业务柜台加纳中国柜台，就是在 Ecobank 正式投入运营。3年来，我们借助 Ecobank 的机构网络，而 Ecobank 也通过我们的客户网络，满足了中资企业在加纳以及加纳企业开展对华业务的金融需求。而我们现在呢，希望能够把这种合作拓展到整个非洲。那么今天呢，作为赞比亚中国银行的代表，我们带着满腔诚意，从赞比亚来到坦桑尼亚，希望能进一步加强与 Ecobank 的多方合作关系。下午，我们与和 Ecobank 进行了一次会谈，就银行产品、金融服务以及人民币业务达成了良好的合作意向。我们期待着双方能尽快开展全面深入的合作。今后呢，希望赞比亚中国银行不仅能为在坦的中国客户提供优质服务，也为中坦双边贸易的发展贡献一份力量。我们今天看到到场的贵宾中有很多的中资客户，虽然我们是第一次见面，但我想我们今后会有更多的接触，也欢迎大家到赞比亚进行访问。在离家万里之外的异国他乡，见到来自家乡的亲人们，我们感到非常的亲切、高兴和激动。我们由衷的期望能够有机会为各位乡亲呢提供多样化的金融服务，同时也想借此机会给老乡们拜个晚年，恭祝各位幸福安康，马年吉祥。最后，请允许我代表赞比亚中国银行再次感谢 Ecobank 给予宝贵的一个合作机会，也再次衷心感谢Ecobank 的盛情邀请和盛情款待。希望在不久的将来，双方通力合作，携手并进，共同开拓广阔的非洲市场。谢谢各位。
Thank you, Mr. Lee. We look forward to getting more interaction and feeling the presence of the Bank of China in Tanzania. We call upon the Managing Director at Ecobank Tanzania to make his address to the guests tonight, Mr. Enoch Osei Sako.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. One shot. Or, if I may add, Habari Jioni. It is with great honor that we are launching the China Direct Initiative today, while cementing our growing alliance with the Bank of China on the African continent. We are proud to be the first and only African bank in Tanzania to offer end-to-end advisory, facilitation and support services across the China-Tanzania corridor, leveraging our own platforms in both countries. Also deserving mention, this model has been replicated successfully in other Ecobank subsidiaries across Africa, thus underlying the group's unwavering commitment to facilitating trade and investment across the China and Africa corridor. You're always hearing about Pan-Africa. Now we are talking about China and Africa. As the pioneer of Pan-African banking for more than 25 years, the Ecobank Group boasts of superior presence across 35 African countries. Development, making it opportune for the launching of our China direct initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, about a year ago, we successfully launched our dedicated Chinese desk at the bank to provide advisory, facilitation, and support service to growing number of Chinese businesses as well as Tanzanian businesses that trade directly with China. This was effectively complemented by the group's representative office, which was opened in China and managed by our global accounts manager. You all heard Monica when she did her presentation. She's our global account manager based in Beijing. Now, this initiative, setting up a platform in China and then setting up a platform in a proprietary platform in Tanzania, there's only one bank that can boast of that, and that bank is EcoBank. So once you do business with us, we are in a position to support you in terms of facilitation, advice, and other services between China and Tanzania without you referring to a third party. Added to this, if you're Tanzanian, you're a Chinese businessman, and you need the Chinese the Chinese currency, RMB, you need to convert, or you need to do a transaction in that currency. We have the platform and capability to provide the trading of RMB as well as the settlement. Added to this, if your business requires you to do transactions beyond the borders of Tanzania, i.e., in any of our 8 landlocked neighbors, Zambia, Malawi, South Sudan, Rwanda, Burundi, Zimbabwe, you can use our subsidiaries in this country to transact our business. So in a nutshell, we welcome you to this revolution today and for you to enjoy our first-class service through this EcoBank Tanzania China Desk platform. I would like to use this opportunity to introduce our new Chinese liaison officer. She's called Jennifer. Jennifer, can you come to the stage, please? Jennifer is the latest of our imports from China to support our China desk in Tanzania. In essence, she's the liaison officer. She will deal with you if you're Chinese and to improve the communication and also explain to you the things we can do for you and also better understand your needs and requirements. Do you want to say a few words to your folks? Say something.
大家好，我再重新做一下自我介绍。刚才我们的视频只介绍过我，英文名叫 Jennifer。那我的中文名呢，戴文哉，戴是披星戴月的戴，文是文学的文，哉呢是呜呼哀哉的哉。因为名字比较生僻，所以欢迎大家叫我 Jennifer。我在这边的目的呢，就是为了给各位中国客户做好服务，所以呢，大家有任何的疑问和问题，请尽管24小时随时联络我。谢谢大家。
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, she's a very pretty liaison officer. It tells you about the potential customer service, quality customer service you get when you deal with EcoBank. And without much ado, it is my pleasure to introduce on the stage the Economic Chancellor of the Embassy of the People's Republic of China. And that is Mr. Lin Ji Yong. Shishe Sana.
I'm honored to be here on behalf of the Chinese Embassy in Tanzania. Only yesterday, I was receiving a delegation headed by IFC from the World Bank, from a chief representative Beijing office, who was heading a delegation to visit Tanzania to promote Chinese and Tanzania economic and commercial cooperation. And today, not long ago, we were watching an EcoBank Beijing office. The chief representative was also facilitating the cooperation between Bank of China and EcoBank, and also China-Tanzania relationship. This is something very new and also very encouraging. Before yesterday, it was the Chinese government, the Chinese embassies, and also Chinese enterprises and individuals who have been trying to promote the bilateral relationship. But now we have some new resources to complete our effort. As the Chinese chief representative of economic and commercial representation, we welcome all the efforts from all sides to enhance, to facilitate China-Tanzania relationship. I'm proud to brief you that after last March's successful visit of Chinese President Xi Jinping to Tanzania, we are witnessing great progress in the bilateral trade and economic cooperation. I noticed from the small booklet about the trade volume between China and Tanzania, which tells about $2.17 billion US. I can tell you this figure for the year of 2011. And for the year of 2013, for last year, this number already 3 times more, reached as much as $3.7 billion US. Together we can do things better. And in the coming year, we will see our bilateral relationship get stronger and stronger. Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Babiwi Awabwana. If you look at your program, there is no official vote of thanks because essentially we want this to be a networking event. We don't want to take too much of your time. But essentially I am here to give a vote of thanks in particular to, again, all protocols observed. Excuse me if I don't go in the right order of protocol, but we'd like to very much thank Bank of China Zambia and their representatives in order Mr. Liu Xiaofei, Deputy Managing Director, Mr. Zhang Xiaoyi, Deputy Director, Corporate Banking, Ms. Wang Hao, Assistant Manager Banking, Mr. Kali Matali, Banking Officer, Bank of China, as well as our guest of honor from the Embassy of the People's Republic of China in the United States. We'd like to thank you all very much. Please let's give them all a clap of hands.
If you're a businessman and you want to import from China today, you need to understand what is required of you and the things you need to do. The alternative is to go to the Chinese embassy or to travel all the way to China, which sometimes can be very costly and expensive for you. Now, today, thanks to the China Direct Initiative, you can walk into any EcoBank branch. We will link you to our dedicated Chinese desk, which will listen to you in terms of what you want to do and advise you accordingly. So whatever the embassy tells you, the Chinese embassy tells you, we can supplement with our information based on the fact that we have a presence on the ground in China through a rep office. And so we understand the laws, the procedures, the culture, and the requirements for doing business in China. So this is one main benefit from you. Secondly, for those of you who did not know that we are able to do trading, we are able to trade in RMB and offer settlement, you now know that that option exists with EcoBank Tanzania. That can allow you to reduce the cost of doing trade with China, because currently for most of you, you have to convert into your shillings into dollars, and after that, convert these dollars into RMB. Now we are offering you the option of doing it directly in RMB. That cuts out one layer of transaction, and therefore that reduces your cost and therefore the risk. So in a nutshell, the main benefit from what we are doing today is to sensitize people on the options that we are putting on the table so that they can do their trade and investment activities in a more profitable and sustainable manner.